Hey y'all, my name is Mike Vaughn and welcome to a new Video Addict Reviews, and I'm really excited because I have not one, but two pretty sweet titles from Blue Underground. That is High Crime on 4K and a personal favorite of mine, Venom on 4K. Not the Marvel Venom, but probably a million times better than the movie Venom. So, let's get into it. Alright, first I want to talk about High Crime. There has been a lot of crime movies in the wake of William Friedkin's The French Connection, but nobody took this and really ran with it quite like the Italians. And this would spawn what is known as the Polizia movies. High Crime is regarded as one of the earliest and probably even best examples of this genre. The plot centers around hot-headed police officer, played to perfection by Franco Nero, as he tries to bust up a drug lord's heroin operation. The plot thickens as dirty deals are made, people are crossed, and so much mayhem ensues. Right out of the gate, we get this fantastic car chase, and it really sets the stage for this movie, which is lean, mean, gritty, and it really doesn't pull any punches, with some really dark and even unsettling moments. There are some nice twists and turns, some really strange moments that you would of course expect from Italian genre fare. Blue Underground is a label that doesn't put out a lot of releases, but damn, when they do, for me, it's an event. Seriously, their 4K line has been a staple in mine and a lot of genre fans' collection. So I'm really excited that High Crime has made their 4K list. So let's take a better look at High Crime and its packaging. So we have a really nice cover. It's hard to tell, but this is embossed lettering, which is really cool. Same artwork, and inside, and okay, so we also get a soundtrack, and y'all know that I love that as a feature. I just think anytime there is a soundtrack, it's got to be so logistically complicated to have that as a feature. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I just think, like, when you can get a soundtrack with your release, like, that's fucking awesome. So that's what we got here. Alright, so let's take a look at the special features. And y'all, this one is stacked. So we have 3 audio commentaries, and I love commentary tracks. I think it's like about one of my favorite special features. We also have the alternative ending, which is pretty nuts. We have the trailer, and then we have a series of interviews. This took me a while to get through everything, and there is a lot of really fun anecdotes. Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, like, this is definitely worth just spending an afternoon going through these extras. Awesome. Like, this is a great release, and again, it's a movie that wasn't really necessarily something that I would have maybe watched otherwise, but yeah, I'm really glad that I did. So I wasn't really super familiar with this movie prior to this release, but apparently a previous home video release of this movie was slightly cut at the end. Okay, so let's talk transfer. I'm happy to report that it is stunning, especially for a movie from 1973. It just looks gorgeous. Colors pop, yet is overall extremely well balanced. In other words, you still get that grit and grime, but everything still looks refreshed. Grain is present, giving that really nice film look, and the grain amount is also well maintained. This has been a stumbling block for some 4K masters, especially older films, but yeah, this one does it, and does it right. High Crime is a title I might not have sought out, had it not been re-released by Blue Underground, yet I'm incredibly happy it did because I really liked it. It wasn't on my radar, and if it's not on yours, definitely consider checking it out.
Venom. The fear explodes, trapping both hostages and kidnappers in its grip.
Okay, so up next is Venom. And y'all, I was so over the moon excited when I heard they were re-releasing this in 4K. So the plot centers around a group of criminals who plot to kidnap the son of wealthy parents. However, said boy just so happens to collect pets and accidentally gets a black mamba instead of a harmless house snake. After one criminal, David, played to absolute perfection by Oliver Reed, kills a police officer outside of the kidnapped boy's home, the criminals and the boy and his grandfather are all trapped inside. And of course, there's a killer snake slithering around. Blending a crime action film and suspense, nature run amok creature feature, Venom is a B movie that has ambition, polish, and is chock full of really amazing character actors. I mean, come on, y'all. We got Oliver Reed, we got Susan George, Klaus Kinski, Sterling Hayden, hell, even Michael Goff makes an appearance. Like, this is a stacked cast. While the plot is simple, the director uses this to craft a mean, lean little thriller. There are some great shots of the snake in a ventilation system that is so claustrophobic, and I'm not someone who is afraid of snakes, but these scenes really do convey how menacing this scaly creature is. This is definitely one of my favorite killer animal movies, and if you want to make a really fun double feature, I would also pick up the Alligator 4K from Scream Factory. That's another great one. So let's get a better look at this packaging. Alright, so the case itself is pretty simple, and I kind of went back and forth on if I like this, but now I'm kind of into it. It is definitely a little bit less is more. And you can see when we take the slipcover off, we have a different cover. So inside, and we have a booklet, which has a really fun essay from Michael Gingold. That is Susan George, and holy crap, she maybe isn't in this movie a lot, but she's awesome. The transfer here is great. Same with High Crime, the balance of color is really nicely done. While this isn't what I would call a stunning looking movie, I was happy that some of the lower lit scenes especially really look great here. Grain is present but well maintained, and we got a nice Dolby Atmos track, which is so sweet. Also, like High Crime, Venom is stacked. We have a series of audio commentary tracks, as well as a lot of really interesting featurettes. So that is my review for High Crime and Venom, both 4K from Blue Underground, and are fucking stacked with extras. Transfers look great, the audio sounds great, you cannot beat these two titles. And honestly, I think I have probably every single 4K title that Blue Underground has put out, and I've never been disappointed once, so I'm not shocked that I'm not disappointed here. And hey, please weigh in, because I really want to hear from my home video peeps. Are you a fan of either one of these movies, either one of these releases? Am I right in saying that Venom is a classic, or do some of y'all think I'm crazy? Weigh in the comments. Just please keep it civil because it's just for fun. And while you're hanging out with me, please check out these other videos, including a playlist of some of my other home video content. So thanks, and I will see y'all in the next video.
And when it uncoils to strike, your blood will run cold. Venom.